Need on need nõmedad asjad, mis on siin loodud. Okei. Nojah, siis mis siin ikka, ma ei tea. Me vist peame veel ootama, sest et ei ole veel jälle kuskilt ma teda nägemas. Viimane hetk ta rääkis mingisugune telefoniga lõpus. Telefoniga kätte teda. Ma ei saanud telefoniga kätte. Aga võime seda siis nii ka vaadata. Nii et vaatame mingit videot, siis ma ei tea.
To locate Christina's vehicle.
Okay. I'm getting ready to call Caltrans. I'm going to block off this portion of the freeway and I'm going to start a rotator.
I have never seen this before in my entire life. They've been here for 4 hours and then tow trucks disappear. I mean, they're not making the call to pull it out. Today, we're stepping into an episode where we have a nurse that went missing around 2 a.m. We're going to step back.
Need on ikka crazy'd lihtsalt. Otsime tõlesse nagu naksti lihtsalt. Või noh, mitte nagu naksti, need ikka mõnedega ikka läheb mingi mitu ikka kuud ja kuid aega.
The issue is we're at the end of our trip and now we're squeezing it in and rushing if we were to head down there.
I mean, is this a smoking case, you think?
Well, yeah, they have car parts as to where the vehicle went in, but they can't find the vehicle. Now, before they said that they located the vehicle, and they're like, oh yeah, it was 8 feet underwater. Then they're like, okay, now it's 5 feet underwater. And now they are claiming that they don't have it at all.
Oh my gosh, really?
So I got to put a phone call in because this is also the one where the sheriff was saying, oh, it's an active case, so we don't want anybody else on it.
That's
Hey, it's Jared.
Hello.
Hey there. Hey, so good. What's the story with I got your email. Let's start there.
Right.
And so my question with Christina is that so now they're saying that they don't know where her vehicle is at, that they did, but now they don't?
From what I was told by Search and Rescue, which his name is Brian, I used to work with him at the ambulance company years ago. He says that they have a pretty good idea of where it is, but everybody that I have spoken with said that they have not positively identified it as the vehicle.
Okay.
And that the water is, murky. The water is very deep in that area, and they have not actually put their eyes on to see if she's in that vehicle or not.
Because last I heard is that they had identified the vehicle. It was 8 feet underwater. Now it's only 5. They're still waiting for the water level to go down. Front windshield is gone, and the back window is gone, and they've not been able to identify whether she's inside or not.
And see, that probably came from, I'm assuming, Alicia.
Yep.
So Alicia is a friend of hers that she did grow up with. She's known Christina for a long time. I do not know Alicia. Okay. I've never met her or anything. Christina's a nurse that works at her hospital. I'm the staffing coordinator at the hospital. So Christina, I've known Christina since, she was a CNA and then she did her LVN and then went to RN.
Okay.
So a long time and stuff. And so she kind of has not two separate friend groups, but she, of course, had her friends that are up here. Christina grew up here in Lake Isabella, and then when she got older, and got involved with, her baby daddy, they went to Ridgecrest.
Okay.
So she has her set of friends there.
No, kerime natukene.
Have they found on that core of put a call into the sergeant?
Right. All right, let me know.
Let me see what I can do, make some phone calls, and then...
make some phone calls.
For free.
Shared with you. She's going to take us over to the bridge, the crash location. We're going to see if we can spot the vehicle with drone and just kind of get an idea of where our game plan is going to be in searching for Christina.
Do you need to pull my seat up or are you good?
Oh, perfectly fine.
Yesterday we were on the phone talking about work families versus growing up families, and so watching her come up through the ranks in your profession, from the CNA to what's kind of the different stages, and how long have you known her?
She was in her very early 20s. She worked, like I said, on skilled nursing as maybe like 2009.
And the location is, we're coming up to it right here,
yeah.
Before the bridge, right?
Yeah, it's before the bridge. So when we start seeing the cones a little bit after this tree brush right here is where we believe that the entry point was. And where we believe the vehicle is right about here.
Okay.
So, but I'll turn around and park over here, then we can walk across the...
Okay.
Crazy.
I believe somewhere where this like flat area kind of is here, the smoother area I should say,
Yep.
is where we possibly think that it's
Tere,
at.
see on päris, tegelikult see on ikka sketši koht ära, päris siuke suure vooluga on seal nagu.
Right.
All of these rocks came up within the last couple of weeks.
Okay.
This is where like all the license plate and all of this stuff was found down there.
Okay. And so we were speaking earlier, and we'll bring everybody into the scene is where we're at right now. She normally would be heading back up to Ridgecrest, which is to the east. Accidentally misses the turn, or for whatever reason, overshoots it. She's a little frustrated, just had a argument with a boyfriend, so isn't thinking clearly, ends up on westbound instead, comes down here, she's gonna turn around, but ends up veering off. And then you guys started an investigation the next day when she was supposed to show up for work. So she goes missing around 1 a.m.
Between 1 and 2.
Okay.
Yes.
And then around 10 a.m. is when she's supposed to show up for work.
Correct.
Something's not right, and now you and your friend, you grab her and said, we need to go looking for her.
Yeah. Get in the car, drive around. Like I said, looking for her vehicle, looking for, she's at certain people's houses, fishing spots that she liked to fish. Christina didn't fish the river, she fished the lake. So we drove around the lake, and then like I said, it was a couple of hours. We said we had to head back to work. We called a couple of friends, you know, to see if they had heard from her. No one had heard from her. And like I said, we saw the sheriff at the gas. She'd hit that rock because there was marks on the rock.
Uh-huh.
And I believe that's where she launched.
Nagu crazy on nagu see ka, et noh, et
Get stuck up right here with these big rocks here.
et noh, et okei, nad ei ole kindel, et ta on seal, aga autojupid ja kõik asjad nagu ja see auto on suure tõenäosusega seal ja see on ikka seal. Nad ei ole seda välja tõmmanud nagu. Okei, ma saan aru, see on mingi jõgi ja värk ja särk, aga nagu tõe ikkagi nagu võiks nagu ju seal võib inimene sees olla, nad võiks, noh, ma saan aru, raske ja värk ja särk, aga kui nad on nii kindlad, et see on seal kuskil, sest et autojupid on seal ja mida nad leidsid ja ikka ta on seal ja nad ei ole seda välja tõmmanud või mis iganes kätte saanud nagu what the hell nagu.
Yeah, that's tough to say. Look at it.
See on nagu crazy. No näe jah, tere auto näha ka lihtsalt nagu.
I think that's it. That looks man-made to me.
It looks skinnier though.
When you go down, it looks pretty big, size-wise.
Yeah, 'cause it almost looks like ridges right there, huh?
Yeah. To me, that looks like a man-made... something man-made. If not, is it another vehicle that possibly went off the road at some point?
Almost looks like a boat though. Like those are rails on the boat. Or oh, you know what? Back of the 4Runner, the ski rack's up on top, and the hood is flipped up from the front, like this. Is that the hood that's flipped up?
Yes, from the crash.
Ja.
Right there.
I think you're right.
No vot, see auto on seal. Ja ei ole välja tõmmatud. Ma ei tea, kaua ta ka seal nüüd olnud, aga siin... Okei, 50 päeva.
You guys did some good investigating.
No jah, okei, no ma ei tea. Ju siis mis iganes jah, ei viitsita või pole raha või pole aega. Et siis ta see on, no 50 päeva pole ei ole nii hull, kui ta seal nüüd istunud on. Aga no ikkagi tere.
Ridgecrest side of people, you know, saying don't put that on there, we don't know. And I'm like, if you look at the overall, I mean, we know she's in there.
Right.
It's a matter of finding her.
So I would assume that all the airbags have blown, which is what's kept her in there.
And she said she always wore her seatbelt.
jah, see on siuke korralik vool ka, tere sinna mingi kuradi päris keerukas scuba gear'iga sisse hüpata.
If I was to put in right here, or over on the other side, now it funnels into this chute, and I've got a lot of water pressure coming through here.
Yes.
And so you would come through here, and then you would whip in behind the car. That's not the right way to do it. Because we already have a natural eddy right here.
Yep.
See how I got everything swirling? It's actually kicking back upstream.
Yep.
I'll just come in nice and low right here.
Yep.
And see if I can work my way right across to it in this eddy. So I'm in that eddy, and I should only be crossing over a flow, maybe 24 inches. Right here is where I want to come in and out right here.
Yep.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do a line off to the tree right here.
Yep.
So that way I can use it to get in and out right here.
Yes.
I want to make sure that you guys have life jackets on.
Okay.
At the river here.
Yep.
So that way if you happen to...
Regular boat one?
Yeah, just the regular boat ones. With that.
Tere, Fred. Tere.
Attach it to that tree.
Okay. Try to find a sturdy spot on that tree, yeah.
Basically that's right there.
Yep.
And I think I'm going to skip this one so that way I don't have 25 feet of line and I'm going to get tangled up in it. That's a nice straight shot on that one. So we can skip that.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Mentid raisk. Snaipri ja kohe saab katsõnga lihtsalt. Okei. Nojah, see ikka vool ikka on seal ikka jah. See on see kõige keerulisem osa selle puhul praegu seal üldse. Bubbles gurling. Gurling. No, sealt ikka tuleb ikka korralikult kindlasti. Proovib vastu voole minna lihtsalt üle. see oli see, sest see on siit, okei, seal on kapott vist või tagaosa. Oi, Fishy! Fishy oli seal. Aga siit seest minna pole ruumi arvatavasti vist. Või mingi kile on seal või? Ja siis sees on teeb.
It's sitting like this, going this way, so the front is up here.
Yeah.
Yep, and the back of the car is back there. Alright, I was able to make it to the vehicle. The vehicle is facing upstream, as we had thought. The sides I can't get to, the sides to get into the front driver's seat to verify whether she's in there or not. She's not in the very rear, does not appear to be in the middle seat either. It's really dark down there. I have about 5 feet of visibility, but because it's dark and just the way the lights go down there, I can't get a direct beam shot to the front to see if she's in there. There appears to be an object of some sort that's in the middle. Huh?
Bag of clothes.
Her bag of clothes?
She had a bag of clothes with her.
It's a larger item. It's, you know, you're...
Kind of double that.
Okay.
She had a bag of clothes.
But it's more square in shape, it seems, rather than round. So if she is in there, she's going to be slumped down in the seat, both of them, we hope. There's, and we say there's pretty much zero chance of going in the vehicle to secure her if she is in there. And so it would be we can get the vehicle out. I can rig the vehicle, we can get the vehicle out, and our hope is that she's in the seatbelt and she's not coming out.
Ja siukse kõrrentiga on siuke võimalus, et see kõrrenti ei püsi seal üldse.
We don't just start doing things on our own at this point. We're here to assist if they would like our help. Can I get to it? 100%. I've been down there, I've been back. I didn't have to take that all the way with me. So you guys, saw that. So we know that we have the ability to do what needs to be done to rig this to pull it out. The best way to do it. I would go with the sheriff there.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, no, you definitely want to go up that side because that's also the direction that it's facing.
Yeah.
And then just have spotters down here because at this point, you know, if she's in there, she should be buoyant if she's going to come out.
Yeah.
You know, it's been 50 days. And so we just want to make sure that we have people staged along the way in that scenario. Or in that event that she does come out. But other than that, we gotta get the sheriff down here and let him make the call as to what needs to be done. We do need a rotator in order to make this happen, but give me a rotator and between the two of us, we'll have the vehicle out.
What do you think? You think she's in there?
It's a tough call. I don't know if she is or not. There's a lot of force coming through there. Yeah, front windshield's blown out, rear's blown out. All the windows are blown out.
Were you holding on for dear life or what?
No, I'm in the eddy.
Okay.
Yeah, once you get in the eddies,
Yeah.
so that's why I was able to go down. And I went all the way into that rock,
Yeah.
and then that brought me to the front of the vehicle,
Yeah.
and I was able to go in and underneath the vehicle, up into the eddy of the back of the vehicle.
So what happened when you tried coming up the side? You just
Oh, way too much force. Way too much. There's no way you can up the side of the vehicle.
Current on mega lihtsalt, noh. Reido, tere. Tere.
Same as best friend. Stephanie. Also.
Yeah, sometimes this is what it takes is just, you know, somebody else coming in to get the ball moving again for,
Oh yeah.
you know, the family and the community. And so we've got the ball in motion again for you.
Hopefully it'll stay in motion.
Yeah.
That's their biggest saying is it's so too deep for them to get in and too fast that they won't
But
even
you're
touch it till
getting in,
December.
not them, so it shouldn't
I
matter.
got in and out without the rope. I mean, I was able to swim over to it and back.
But that's been the biggest concern and complaint. It's too deep.
It's too deep, and if the curtain's too.
Too cheap.
Well, you know, and this is where
And I get it.
it's not too
I
deep.
know.
I mean, as a diver, nothing is too deep.
Yeah.
You know, and actually the deeper the better, because then it would be down in, you know, a hole where there's no current, the current's going over the top of it.
Yeah.
So we're definitely not in a hole of any sort. We are in heavier current because those two rocks come together and force it, and then her vehicle also is creating blockade, so water is limited in that area now going around.
Yeah.
So it does create a lot more, but I was able to swim out to the very
Ma ei tea, kas minu isegi mul TikToki laivi tööta, sest ainult kett tuleb.
and I can see her vehicle.
okei.
So then I just swim over to it and go down the edge of it.
Tead võimalik, et see ei tööta ka, sest et ma ütlen, mul pani OBS kokku ja siis ma ei tea, kas mu see stream nagu töötab või mitte ja suur tõenäosus, et see võib olla hoiab ja.
Onto the rocks here and keeping your head down, not up, and it creates that downward force, and then you're creating your own eddy right here as well. And so that's why you're able to move across the bottom of the river.
Kui ei ole kindel, ma nagu ei saa kinni ka panna, siis läheb kogu kupatus kinni vist.
And they were searching
Okei, no nüüd läks laiv kindlasti kinni, nii et oota, ma saan nüüd uuesti laivi tegelikult panna käima arvatavasti.
And that's, you know, and a lot of times that's what you have with a lot of search and rescue organizations. They're ground searches. It's very rare that it comes down to we're specialized in what we do. You know, do they have proper divers on the team? Are they swift water divers? They've been in the currents before.
Yeah.
Just over the years, you put yourself in these situations to where you understand how this river is going to work. And before you got here, we were talking about we're not going to go in above the rock here because that's where all the force is at.
Yeah.
We're going to drop into this eddy right here, stay low, and make our way over there.
Yeah.
And this is why we document things as well, so that way other divers know.
Nojah, nüüd läks YouTube'i vertikal kinni, aga nüüd vist TikTok ma panin uuesti käima, nüüd ta vist võib-olla on parem. Aga ma kardan, kurat, et ma pean tõmbama siin need streami settings'id natuke low'maks vist, sest et see on ikka too much vist. Nüüd tõmbab seda overload'i liiga palju nagu ja siis ta ongi nii koomas võib-olla. Mis täna mängida? Mul on Truck Dealer Simulator 2 plaanis. Ma ootan nüüd sõpra, et ta vastaks või midagi, aga ta ei ole veel vastanud.
We'll continue to offer up our services as much as they'll take them.
Yes.
You know, and if they have their own dive team that will now come in and say, okay,
See käin küll laidata.
what's the game plan? You know, we'll assist them in any way that we can. And a lot of times it does become well, you're not covered under our insurance. We need to take control of it at this point.
when we don't have a problem with it. You know, the ball's in motion. Now it's
Yeah, for sure.
trying to bring her home to that.
oota, ma vaatan korra, ma proovin talle helistada, ta enne oli kõnes, nii et me ei tea, kas ta nüüd on või mitte. Ma võin tegelikult selle video siia käima jätta. Juan ei tasu selle follow'i eest. Ma ei tea, millal see follow nüüd tuli, aga jah, kurat see TikTok on ikka, no see ei hoia ikka kogu aeg üldse kursis omadega. See Dickfinity on ka mingi kokku jooksnud.
Yeah. Just wanted to confirm a few things.
Okay.
And she said that she will call her sergeant back, right?
Okay. All right. It'll probably, like I was telling the gals, it's probably going to be about 2 hours before they do anything. And whether they give us the green light to go back in, and tow truck is here, and we have a plan. You know, I mean, I could go in right now and have everything rigged and be like, hey, you have to pull it now because the rigging is here. But it does become a crime scene at this moment in time, and we need to do things